This is part 19 of building a web app. Today I'm adding form validation to this form and also sanitization to this rich text editor component. And most importantly, I am finally creating the submit form function that basically will submit the data to a database. I'm validating the form using Zod. Zod is a library that you can install by running the command npm install Zod, and I'm basically creating a schema that I call job schema. And I'm creating validation for each field in the form that I have. For example, job title needs to be a string with minimum 3 characters. The company website needs to be a URL. And if both values, salary range min and salary range max, are provided, I'm basically checking if the salary range max is a bigger value than the salary range min. And if not, I'm showing an error message to the user to enter the maximum salary greater than the minimum one. As I was saying before, I'm also sanitizing the data that the user can enter in the rich text editor, and this is very important because otherwise the user can write everything they want in the rich text editor, for example a script, and we don't want that. So here I have job description, and I have initialized it to sanitize HTML. Sanitize HTML is this variable here, this validated through Zod with ZString, and it has a minimum of 30 characters and is transformed by DOM purify. And this is the list of allowed tags, allowed attributes, and the forbidden tags and the forbidden attributes. And of course, we don't want script, iframe, object, embed, form, input, and button. If the user makes some changes and they decide to cancel, we have this handle cancel function that basically resets the listing to the initial state. Fields, we are resetting it back to empty because we are tracking the changed fields in an object that is called changed fields. Set has and save changes, we are resetting back to false. Set errors empty, and set security warnings empty. If the user decides to save, we have the handle save function. And of course, we are preventing default because we don't want the button to trigger a refresh of the page. If we have security warnings, of course, we return because we cannot continue. Validate form returns an error, also we cannot continue. We are setting submitting true so that we can basically change. We can disable the button while the save is being performed. And then finally, we are making the API call to this endpoint, update job. And here we have an API endpoint that we have created where we are basically executing the update on database. We are using Supabase.js to update the data on database because our database is hosted on Supabase. For this purpose, I have created a PostgreSQL function update job transaction that basically creates a transaction so that if